is everybody doing? I just had to fix this lighting a little bit. I'll get this right real quick because I don't have any production crew here, just me. So how's everybody doing today? Let me know where you guys are at. Hit the number one button. Hit the number one button, and I will turn on the messages. All messages are visible. Now I can see you guys. So how you guys doing today? Nice to see everybody. I have a list here. I'm going to go over some things with you guys. Let's jump into the fun. I think right away though. You always want to talk about the fun first. You guys may or may not see a difference in me, but I have started my health kick. I've started my health kick. I've started a new kick where I'm going to get to my 10, to my absolute best. I'm going to get to myself. Aaron Collins is his name. I met Aaron Collins, but I'm going to get to my absolute shining top best. And what I say to people often is, are you at your best? If you walked in the door, could you beat you? And that was something I learned in college in wrestling at a small college I wrestled at my first year or two in school. And so yeah, let me know where you guys are from. Where is everybody from today? So I think that the first order of business is to thank the people who came in yesterday. I appreciate you guys coming in, and that's going to be, Adam and John and David and Bill and Pam and Judy and Jane and the different people who have come in to support what we're doing and support the cause. And, we're just going to continue to go. So Toronto's in the house. PA is in the house. Where's everybody from? Sweden. What's going on, Sweden? Texas. I love Texas. I love Texas. I absolutely love Texas. Ironton, baby. Ironton. So we have several things to go over. And so let's get to the first thing. And Great Lake Audits is in the house. Everybody, that's Aaron Collins. Everybody say hello to Great Lake Audits. Thank you, Aaron, for being you and fighting the good fight. He didn't back down one bit. He took the ride, baby. He took the ride. And so God bless you, brother, for doing that. So let's start off with a little bit of fun. So let me make sure I thanked everybody who contributed. The human being who I said I was getting a haircut yesterday, and then boom, something showed up to support me, and I'm. I couldn't believe that because I just mentioned I needed a haircut, and someone jumped in and said, let me help you with that. And I was just so, it's humbling, and I'm grateful to so many people who are a part of this mission. I've got people who are dedicated to what we're doing, and I couldn't be more grateful. And you guys will start to see, I'm going back into ketosis. Listen, I am not going to give people nutritional advice or fitness advice. So please don't write me and ask me for nutritional advice or for fitness advice. I'll explain to you what I do. Listen, the number one thing I do is sprints. I do sprints. And yes, I am a carnivore for sure. I do eat meat. And so what you guys, it's kind of cool because I'm on camera every day. So you guys will get to see the metamorphosis as I get to my absolute 10. I'm already in fight shape now in case anybody attacks me. I have to be ready to defend myself to the very bone, So a few things that are fun. So Michael, thank you. I appreciate you. Tim, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Mark, Todd, thank you so much. I appreciate your support. Alan, thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. And so we're going to continue down the road. We are not going to stop. Yeah. So we're not going to stop under any circumstances. And we're just going to make sure that we just continue to push forward. We never stop pushing forward. We always push forward. Don't back down. Do not surrender. Don't give in. So you guys saw it yesterday. Let me make sure I didn't miss anybody here. Just to make sure, because I want to make sure that I thank everybody who contributes and helps. Because, listen, if you have a delusion that you're going to be some multimillionaire, you're not. You're not. You're not. You're not going to live on a yacht and be surrounded by hot chicks or hot dudes and go swimming with the dolphins. That's not going to be your life. Don't think you're going to be rich. It's the same thing they did during the Civil War is they convinced the poor peons in the South that one day you would own a slave too, man, and you're going to have a slave to do your crops. It's going to be great. And what happened over time? The people who were poor that would never own another human being, even though it was a goal, eventually they started to realize, I'm not going to be rich, man. I'm fighting a war for rich people. And that's exactly what we're doing. That's exactly what they're doing here. So let's have some fun. Let me grab a water real quick. Let's have some fun. So as you guys know, I got my phone back. Well, a couple things. Let's get the house cleaning out of the way, and then we're going to get into Pam. Remember Pam Wagner? So they gave me my phone back, but they didn't give me my slot to my phone back. And we're going to get into what Pam Wagner, she gave me a call. Oh no, Dale, we deliver outside of California, brother. If you want to get the trifold, go by the website DeleteLawZ, and if you can't, just DM me on PayPal or Venmo or Cash App and give me your address. I copy paste that. I send it right off to the factory in Santa Monica, and we ship it right out. So I appreciate that. If you can't get that trifold, make sure you check. I do appreciate your support. But more than anything else, I don't want you to talk to cops. I don't want you to talk to cops. Don't do it. Okay. So now I on this right here, on the description of this video, I am looking for someone. I am not a graphic designer, although I can do graphic design, but I want to just be sure so that you guys can see what I'm looking for. And it's not a lot of money, but I'm going to pay, 25, 50 bucks. I would say more like 25 because this should be pretty simple for someone who's good at graphic design. But this is the t-shirt that I want to come out with next. We don't stop, DeleteLawZ. And so I want to get this brand, but here's the thing. I sent this off to the silk screener, and he said, Chille, you can't have squiggly little lines on a silk screen. It has to be cool. It has to be really solid things. And then when you silk screen, it comes out nice and clean. He said, so what you want to do is use your words and have your letters lean backwards and then put like a little poof of smoke behind the we so it looks like we are moving forward. And that's what I'm trying to get to. I have asked a few people. I've done it myself. I'm not good at it. I need help. And so I'm just going to reach out to someone who can do this. The letters should lean back. And the font that we use is called, it's Batman Forever font, Bitmo. Bat F Mo is what I think that's what the font is, and then it should say we don't stop, and those letters have to look like they're leaning back and moving forward, and then behind the we you'll see the smoke or the squiggly lines. So and by the way, for a graphic designer, this is like 20 minutes of work, 30 minutes. It's not difficult if you know how to do it, and I don't. Can you imagine that? My skill sets are limited. Can you imagine I only have so many skill sets? Can you imagine that? I'm just like another human being. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. And then the back of the t-shirt just says overturn Terry versus Ohio. And that doesn't have to have any kind of spin to it. So if you guys know someone, have them reach out to me. Everybody has my email address. And that's simply what I want to do. Just words, only words, one color, white. There are no variations of color on silkscreen. So if you try to make it so the white is kind of darker white here and lighter white there, it won't work. It won't work. It does not work. So it has to be just solid white. The letters have to lean back. I just don't know how to do it. I sent it off to a buddy of mine in LA, but this guy is always busy. He runs multiple websites, and so he didn't get back to me. And so, yeah. And then while I'm going down the list here, I am going to be spending a lot less time on Facebook. I'm absolutely disgusted with the censorship. I'm tired of trolls reporting my account. I still want you guys to join DeleteLawZ Tri-State cop videos, and I'd like more cop videos on that Facebook page. I'm going to check in once a day or once every other day. So if you guys will please join the Facebook page, DeleteLawZ Tri-State cop videos, and then try to start getting it so we're just posting cop videos there. And what I'll do, I'm thinking about opening the page to public, but there's just so many trolls. It's incredible. People who have no mission, who have no valor, who have no honor. They stand for nothing other than trying to tear down another person. And by the way, that's become 80% of social media. As long as I can tear you down, then I have a platform. Everybody listen to me. I'm tearing this person down. And so it's just kind of disgusting. It's just kind of disgusting. So then the other thing is that I opened a Twitter account. If you guys will go to the Twitter account and spread this, it's DeleteLawZ. Can you believe that? And there's a picture of me right there. So if you want to go to DeleteLawZ on Twitter, please, you guys, we got to diversify. As you know, we have very limited time on any social media platform. The powers that be are going to see change coming, and they're going to go, we don't want that change. And so they'll shut down any account we have. Trust me, it happened on TikTok. So we want to make sure that we spread it across, and then any social media managers, anybody who's really good. Because I called DirectD out. I said he doesn't know how to do it. He loses his composure, and that's why DirectD talks trash about me. I don't know DirectD. I used to really like his channel. I've never had a problem with DirectD. I really, really liked his channel. I'm sorry that he's talking trash about me. I don't know the guy. I've never met him. I've never had a harsh word with him ever, other than saying, well, it wasn't harsh. I just said, if you lose your composure in front of cops and you start screaming and throwing things on the ground, look at that, you notice I don't do that. The cops are going to arrest you because you lost your composure, brother. And so if you lose your composure in front of pigs, well, the pigs will put you in the trough and they'll eat you. And so that's the only thing I've ever said about DirectD, was that he shouldn't have screamed. And I guess that sent him on a raging hatred for me. Either that or, we are actual change. We are for rule of law. We are for changing the system in a fundamental way, using intelligence and not using, screaming and yelling. We're about changing things. We're about changing things. And that's why so many of these, activist auditors are now talking trash about me, because, the change that I've been projecting, and to people in this group that I've been projecting, is to use cameras, because they're used against us everywhere. Everywhere you go, there's cameras. And so now what I'm saying is, utilize the cameras in yes, I have been in touch with CNH and TY audits. I don't know how to say the name properly, so I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I just don't know how to say their name. And yes, I am talking to them, and yes, I am going to help them file a federal civil rights lawsuit. Yes, 100%. CNH audits, CNH and TY audits, I will be helping them 100%. He doesn't, I think he has a 5-day, the judge sentenced him, which is no due process of law. The judge just decided that CNH and TY audits, he would get 5 days in jail. The judge is in big trouble. He's in big trouble. You may think that he has qualified immunity. He worked outside the color of law. So, we're going to be going after those people. So please, you guys, make sure you pop by the Twitter page, DeleteLawZ. It looks just like that. I use the same picture on everything. So make sure that you guys, I do appreciate the nice words. Let me tell you something. I know that I call out some of these troll accounts, but only because what I realized on TikTok when I got hit cancel culture, when I turned and I faced the trolls, I realized that they have absolutely nothing to offer. They're just trolls. They don't have any education. They don't have any knowledge. They just want to talk about someone who's a doer so that they can have a platform. And so I do appreciate the kind words. I'm so grateful to that. Thank you. So make sure you guys join the Twitter account, DeleteLawZ, and then make sure you guys join DeleteLawZ tri-state cop videos, and let's try to get it so that we're just posting videos of cops. Okay, then so let's get to some fun stuff here real quick. So I posted a video the other day, and I said that my phone didn't work because Pam had taken my phone, and she did exactly that. And so she left me a voicemail the other day, and she said, let me pull this voicemail up for you guys. When you're heading to Missouri, that ain't it. So that's going to be Saturday. Where is Pam's voicemail? I have Pam's voicemail. You guys got to hear her voicemail, because as you know, anything that's given to me, anything that's said to me, I will broadcast out loud, because I have nothing to hide. I'll just put everything out there. Oh, I don't need any sleep. I'm actually well rested. I really am. I'm really well rested. And I can only thank the people who have contributed to this, because now I was able to stay in a room, and it was great. It was absolutely great. I'm so well rested. And if you guys can't tell, I'm starting to see the physical attributes of hard work and diet. and I'm starting to see it. I'm starting to see it in my face. I'm starting to see it in my body, and I feel a lot better. I mean, I feel really, really solid. I mean, I feel really good. It's nice to feel this good again, to have the ability to do all these sprints, and I guess we'll listen to Pam's voicemail on the next live because I don't want to sit here and look through a phone the entire time. Okay, and so now let's talk about a couple more things. Everybody got that? Please go to the Facebook page. Okay, cool. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I appreciate that. So now the next thing is, here's the thing. My schedule, okay? I cannot announce my schedule. I don't tell people where I go. I don't tell people when I'm going. I don't tell people when I'm traveling. I try to keep everything close to the chest because, as you know, I've become a target for police for some reason because I'm pushing for transparency. Well, I'm pushing to get rid of all cops and change the word cop in law enforcement to transparency peace officers. That way we wouldn't have to change the whole system because they already swear an oath to be a peace officer. They don't swear an oath to be a pig. And so that's what I'm trying to change. So I'm going to have a lot of hatred about that. And then for the people down in Ironton, Ohio, listen, I've moved to Ohio and I'm setting up my residency in Ironton. And let me just be brutally honest. You guys, I'm going to help you. And here's two parts of this. Number one, I went to court and there was only one or two people there. Kent Freeman was there. I went to an auto auction where your cars were stolen and I was surrounded by 10 people. Listen, I'll do it. I'll take them on. I'm not afraid. Fear does not live in me. I feel the trembles of adrenaline, but I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of cowards who are going to surround me, who don't train, who have no idea how to actually fight. They don't really know what a fist fight is because they've been in one or two in their life. I've been in hundreds. And people in my hometown will tell you, I've been in hundreds of fist fights. I fought 2 or 3 guys at the same time where I'm from. I don't want to fight everybody. I don't want to fist fight you, dude. I want you to realize this system sucks. Oh, and here's another thing. So did you guys know that, so 2 parts of this. So the first one is, you guys got to show up in Ironton. You got to show up. You have to show up. I'm here to help you. You don't have to show up. If you don't show, you guys showed up to vote for no new tax on the jail, and now that piece of garbage Jeff Lawless is trying to make a new tax so that they can get their jail. They just want to lock you in a dungeon. No new tax, no new jail. We're going to abolish jails in Ohio, and I know the governor's race is in 2026. So there's the first thing. The people of Ironton, listen, show up, show out. They're already going to persecute you. They're already going to target you. You're already going to be the focus of their attention because they make money. They make money off you. And then that absolute loser, Freddie Sisler, who's cousins of Steve Sisler, the pig with the bald head. He's a canine officer. Officer, you like to watch people be attacked by the dogs. You get off on that. He goes home and sits in the bathroom and he just goes off on it. He loves it, right? So let me ask you guys a question. Did you know Freddie Sisler in 2019, 2020, he got 4 new trucks? Did you know he got a new little golf cart? You know he got his wife a ring in 2019? I wonder what happened. I wonder if he got in tight with the cop who impounds cars, and then the city gave him a lot more money, and now that loser Freddie Sisler has got a bunch of trucks. He's got a new car in 2019, 2020. Freddie, man, you're really doing well for yourself, as you fleece the people of Ironton, Ohio. And the people of Ironton, let me say it again, you got to show up. If you don't show up, that's fine. I'll show up anyway. And then the third part of that, I guess there's actually 3 parts. I'm running for the governor of Ohio. So I have to travel the state of Ohio where there is injustice. And then there are going to be cases like CH and TY audits, CH and TY audits. And that case has the potential to get certiorari, which gets our case to the Supreme Court, because his case where they arrested him in a courtroom because he wanted to audio record, that is the case that we want. We want that. We want that to get to the Supreme Court. So there's going to be cases outside of Ohio that I got to chase down. I got to chase them down. And so those are the 3 things. People of Ironton, Ohio, listen, you got to show up. If you don't, that's fine. But if you don't show up, I'm going to have a limited time there. I'm going to spend more of my time helping people who show up. You have to show up. If you don't, that's okay. Nothing against you, man. God bless you. I know that you're being persecuted and prosecuted by a tyrannical government agency, and I'm really sorry that's happening to you. I really am. I came to help you. I came to help you. You know, I'm not getting rich off this at all. I'm not getting rich off anybody without the contributors. You know, Art, one of the contributors. You know, Brian, David, Pam, Jane, Judy. You know, the people who contribute. You know, Adam, the people who contribute, Luis. Without those folks, I wouldn't be making it. My store doesn't make enough money. My YouTube does not make enough money. It just doesn't. It just doesn't. I'm sorry. So, and by the way, you know, I will spend every single dime because that's why I want to hire someone to help me do the we don't stop. It has to look like it's moving forward. Oh, did you join? You guys can join now and get the little DeleteLawZ logo. And I'm going to make that even better, by the way. I'm going to make that even better. So I do appreciate you guys joining and becoming a member. What it is just a way to support what we're doing. That's all it is. That's it. And so there's a few different level memberships. And then, so then another thing, I got a list right here in front of me on my whiteboard. So I'm just checking it. Most of the time, I don't read off anything because I already know the information. So I just disseminate it to you guys. So then here's the other thing. Now, I've been putting together a technology for months. I mean, I've been working on something for months and months that I've just, you know, I announced it in February that we were going to have a new technology coming out because there's the auditors and the activists. I'm not an auditor. I'm an activist. I'm a freedom activist. I'm a constitutional activist. I don't align with Republicans or Democrats. I think they're two wings of the same bird. I'm not impressed. I think you guys are just horrifically bad. And you guys see that when the Supreme Court piece of garbage Alito is like, oh, he writes this. Hey, you're in the wrong time, Judy. You're in the wrong time, wrong place. I will deal with the troll, with the guy who makes videos about me on my time, on my channel. I don't go to him. I don't go to beta males. I don't make videos about other people. You see, people who make videos about me come to my channel. I'll dictate when that happens. Of course, you're always going to continue. Oh yeah, there have to be parameters for a debate. That's how a debate works, or it's just nonsense. It's a bunch of spaghetti sauce. Oh, I guess you would have to understand how a debate process works, though, wouldn't you? I guess you'd have to have some intelligence and knowledge. You have to have some knowledge about how that works. But I don't have time for that right now. So you trolls coming over, I'm talking about real stuff here. I'm talking about stuff for the movement to make our world a better place. And that's what I'm talking about right now. So you can leave that other stuff somewhere else. Not right now. I'll just kick you out of the room. If that's what you want to do, I'll just boot you out the room. And that's fine. Doesn't bother me. So, you know, and you guys can leave your political stuff to the side right now. I don't want the room divided based on politics right now. So now here's the other thing. I have a new technology that I have developed. And as a matter of fact, I just found some technologists that can put it together. So within the next, I would say probably 3 or 4 days, depending on my schedule and the things that I choose to do to fight for justice and truth and transparency. Depending on that, let's just make it a wider gap. Let's say within the next 7 days, I'm going to show you guys the new technology. I'm going to put up a GoFundMe. Alan, good to see you. Heather, good to see you. Thanks, you guys. Hit a roll call. We got 400 people. Hit a roll call. Hit the number 1. Mass hole is right and you lose my bank. I don't know what you're talking about, Art. I don't know what you're talking about. Mass holes repeating garbage. It's not true. All the things that they're saying are just lies. I don't have a criminal record. So, I mean, that's the big one to discredit me. So, and by the way, Art, it doesn't matter to me, man. And let me do a caveat to what Art just said, right? I'm used to betrayal. I'm very used to betrayal. So here's what happens, right? What happens is I help somebody, I give them attention, and I'm an overwhelming amount of energy. Overwhelming. And what happens is when I go to help someone, I do the best I can to help them. And then when I don't pay attention to them because I have to do other things, they get bitter and they get mad and they get upset that I'm not giving them enough attention. And then they turn on me. I'm so used to betrayal. I'm so used to it. It's so normal for me to be betrayed by people. It's so normal. You don't even understand. So when people betray me, I'm just not at all surprised. I'm just not at all surprised. Yeah, and you saw that with Ironton Auditor Terry. Ironton Auditor Terry is going around telling people, oh, don't subscribe to Chille. Well, Terry, I didn't say when you dropped the N word. I didn't talk about that out loud, Terry. I didn't tell people that when you dropped the N word, which by the way, I recorded it, not you saying the N word, I recorded my rebuttal to you when you dropped the N word in front of me. And I said, don't you ever talk that way in front of me, ever. I made it very clear to him. And there was only he and I in the room. That's why I hit voice memo before I addressed what he said. I don't put up with that. You want to say racist crap? Don't do it in front of me. I will not tolerate it. And so, when I heard that Ironton Auditor, the guy I bought the phone for, I bought you a phone, gave you $1,000 of donors' money who donate money to me, and then you dropped the N-word in front of me, dude. I went undone on you, and I said, don't you ever talk that way in front of me. I do not tolerate racism in my presence. You can say whatever you want. I'm not going to fight you. I'm done with you, though. And so I gave him one warning, and now I hear he's going around telling people, oh, we got to get rid of Chille. Really? And by the way, the people, there's two persons who told me that. They called me directly and said that you said that about me. But that's okay. What I do is I turn and face people who betray me, or turn and face trolls. And what you find pretty soon is they don't have the same amount of intellect and knowledge and vision of the future. So I turn and I face them, and I face those trolls. Like for example, I've turned and faced these trolls and offered to talk to me. So now let's keep going though. So I have a new technology I've developed. Originally, just so you guys know, I was going to do the Terry Auditor coin, the overturned Terry Auditor coin. And then I didn't do it. And the reason why, listen, I'm not a fan of Ironton Auditor at all whatsoever. I don't associate with that person. He dropped the N-word in front of me. I went undone on him. I said, don't ever talk that way in front of me. And then it's just been a slow but surely, he's just not on our side. He wants to be the cops' friends and be our friends. The cops are the pigs of this society. The reason why you get taken to a dungeon is because of a pig. Someone has to be willing to put you in the torture cuffs. Someone has to be willing to take you to a dungeon and then say, well, I'm a good person. I have a right to go home to my family, as you take people to dungeons and to rape cages, as Brian from Here's the Deal High Impact Flick says. He calls them rape cages. Brian, you are 100% correct. They are rape cages. I was sexually assaulted myself in jail, so I do understand what it's like. That's right. MLK was arrested 86 times. So, it's just like these bootlickers, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. I think our time has come. I think our time has come to pass, my friend. Goodbye. I wish you the best. Thank you for your support. I'm used to people betraying me. It's normal for me. It's normal. And then, just so you guys know, I wasn't going to talk about this out loud. I didn't put it on the whiteboard to talk about, but I am going to talk about it. I'm going to say it because it's my truth. It's my honesty, and I have to be honest. And I was in Toledo, Ohio, and I met this girl, and she was just this amazing ball of energy. And I just am so bummed out that I have old habits from Hollywood that I wish I had done better. And so if she is seeing this at all whatsoever, gosh, I wish I had done it better. I wish I had done it better. I wish I had done it better. I really do. And I just messed up. Yeah, I feel like people are bootlickers. There's a few people. I can't, of course, I can't say anything out loud on here. Yeah. So I'm just kind of reading your comments here. But boy, I met that girl in Toledo. I really liked her. I had a crush on her. And just so I want I still have, I'm only 47, so I still have the vision of maybe I'll be able to get married and have some kids, and I want to marry a girl in her 20s so that she's fertile and we can have, because you lose 90% of your eggs by the time you're 30 years old, and someone can look up the statistics and say, oh, you were wrong, it was by the time you're 35, or I think you lose 90% of your eggs by the time you're 30. And so when I'm looking around, I'm looking for a girl in her 20s that I can have a life with and have children with. I guess if you were going to talk about an association to that, to someone who's going to go in government, you would talk about Grover Cleveland. But Grover Cleveland, he was president, I think he was 23rd and 25th president. We don't have anything in common as far as his racism and as far as his lynchings that he turned a blind eye to and things like that. But we do have a similarity that he did marry a girl in her 20s and they had 5 kids. So that's kind of what I'm hoping someday. Before I'm 50, hopefully. But after 50, I'm not going to have any kids. 47 now, but I'd like to have some children someday. So, McFly, I did stand-up comedy for 5 years in Los Angeles, and what happened was, oh, dude, you're just on the wrong channel, my brother. You're just on the wrong channel. That's all. Hey, Paul. Paul's a supporter. Thanks. I appreciate your support, Paul. I really do appreciate your support. Yeah, he's. But the guy I just kicked out of the room, he is right. I really hate that I need implants, but I'm just like you. I can't afford it, So I've just had to do what I've had to do to make sure that I can do what I have to do. So you guys, has everybody gone over and joined the Twitter account, and has everybody joined the Facebook page? And then has everybody joined Solving Ironton? I'm going to come back into the Gilded group, Solving Ironton. Big Man Audits, what's up? SolvingIronton.com. There's a Gilded group. We need to always be collecting information on these people. Collecting information, like someone sent me the information today. Mickey, you're on the wrong channel, brother. I'll determine the parameters of a debate with people who make videos about me. I'm the alpha. That's the beta. I don't make videos about other people on YouTube. You understand? Do you see the logic here? I don't make videos about you. The guy used to make Minecraft videos a year ago, but now he's an expert on Terry versus Ohio. Tried to break down Terry versus Ohio. So it is what it is. There's people who just have no mission in life. That's not how it works. So if you guys would please make sure you go over and you join the on Facebook. It's called DeleteLawZ Tri-State Cop Videos, and make sure you guys get just to posting cop videos. That's super important that we connect and we get together. Oh, okay. And then I'm gonna cover this one more time. And then make sure you guys join the Twitter page, DeleteLawZ on Twitter. It just says DeleteLawZ. That's all you do, okay? That's all you do. So just go over there and join this DeleteLawZ Twitter page. We got to get there as fast as we can. And I don't do Facebook either. I'm going to pop in on Facebook. It's a great way to communicate. And then let me talk about this because it's on the list. And so listen, if you send me a DM on Facebook, I have hundreds. If I don't get back to you, I didn't ignore you. I just don't see your message. And so if you DM me over and over and over, that's great because eventually I will see your message. So, that's just, I'm sorry, I can't get to everybody. Man, I wish I could, to be honest with you. I wish I could help everybody. I have a limited reach to how many people I can actually help. I just there's a limited reach for me, you guys. I'm only one man, and the team of legal professionals that I'm associated with, of legal folks, there's only so many of them on this team. So I'm always looking for new paralegals in every different state. I'm looking for new lawyers in every different state. Hey, thank you. I appreciate Coney Valley. I'm glad you got that trifold. Super excited about that. Make sure you guys go by DeleteLawZ.com. Pick up my trifold. Pick up my ebook for kids and read it to kids. The way the ebook is structured is, here's the Supreme Court holding, and then here are the pictures of the judges who did that to you, the unelected group of judges who did that to you. You guys, I do not answer my phone. I will never answer my phone. You can call me as much as you like. I won't answer. I don't answer the phone. It's just, I have to have a hard policy about it because you have no idea how many people, Great Lake Audits is in the room, everybody. I really appreciate it. Pamela is looking for a paralegal or a lawyer who I can talk to and work with to help Pamela. Pamela needs some help in Tennessee. So if anybody, and then here's the other thing, by the way, guys, if you don't have a video, it's going to be almost impossible to help you. It just is. I'm not a lawyer. I can't practice law in any state in America. I didn't go to college to be a lawyer. I didn't go to law school. So people who are like, oh, you got me, dude. I learned everything on Google, LexisNexis, YouTube. I learned everything on, what's that website that I watch the videos on all the time? Gosh dang it. What is that called? Anyway, there's the website I watch videos on. I have an automatic login. I just click it and it logs me right in. So, it is what it is what it is. And I'll take calls when I'm ready to take calls. Do you understand that? I don't make videos about other people. People make videos about me. You're the beta male. You're the beta. I'm the alpha. You're the one making videos about me. I don't make videos about you, dude. I don't know who you are. You offer nothing to the world. You teach nobody. You don't do anything for anybody but yourself. Do you see the difference between what we do on the DeleteLawZ team and what other people do? I'm so sorry, you guys. Hit the like button. Take your finger, reach over and hit the like button. Reach over and hit the like button. Reach over and hit your like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure everybody subscribes. If you would please, make sure you subscribe and make sure you guys hit the like button. We got to get bigger. We got to get more people. So I didn't get to finish what I was saying about technology. So I have developed, now at first I was going to do the overturned Terry versus Ohio auditor coin. Okay. And what I wanted to do was I wanted to do this cryptocurrency. But the thing is that crypto has gotten such a bad rap that what's happened over time is that I don't want to be involved with anything that could be considered negative or bad or fraudulent. And by the way, a lot of those cryptocurrencies, they get ripped off. So initially I was trying to initially I was going to do this cryptocurrency, and we went really far down the road with creating a cryptocurrency. I don't have the voicemail pulled up. It might be on this phone, so I just want to make sure. Yeah, it's sad. But let me just finish my technology explanation to you guys because I want to say something. I got my buddy Tim over in the South, big supporter. Tim is a big supporter. And so what happened is I was going to do a cryptocurrency, and I said, you know what? I'm not going to do a cryptocurrency because there's too much fraud attached to it. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to do the second part of the app, right? I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm going to do a second part of the app, and I've already created the wireframes for it, and you guys are going to see it come out. And then just so you guys know, what's going to happen with this is something truly that should have been done years ago by people who are in the auditor community. I don't know what kind of community it is. I have people turn on me all the time because my channel's too popular or because we raise money and people turn on me. So that's not really much of a community. The idea that we want transparency and justice and we want a new system where we can change things. That's what we're talking about. And so anybody who's involved in the community should want transparency and change and justice and the transformation of getting rid of torture cuffs and changing an idea that you need to go to a dungeon. I've been in touch with Chandy Thai auditor. And so anybody who goes against that or anybody going for transparency, going for change, and then because, we raise money or our channel is becoming more popular than what they want it to be, and then they go on frauditors' channels and stuff like that, you just get to this point where you're like, well, what kind of community is that? I mean, I thought San Joaquin Valley transparency. I thought you were for change, brother. What are you jealous of, San Joaquin Valley? What are you jealous of, dude? Why are you jealous of me? You have a channel that's literally 10 times bigger than this channel. And, I've exposed all of my finances. I've showed my finances to everybody. Went through my bank account with people who are against me and showed them my bank account. So it's like, no one's getting rich. We're trying to change this system. We're trying to change this system. And so, when you say, what kind of community is this? Well, what kind of community is it? I know guys like Lackluster, Dale over there. I know he desperately wants change. And, it's like, I'm Colombian, brother. I'm Colombian. I'm not Italian. I'm Colombian. So get that right. So it's like, yeah, Yeah, you know, when you get people like San Joaquin Valley Transparency who make videos that are negative about me, I've never done anything wrong to the man. I've been nothing but polite and respectful to him. You know, and that's what, you know, the reason why I'm mentioning him is because I was talking about technology. Originally, we were going to put together 50 grand and do a cryptocurrency and an app, but now I'm just going to do the app. I'm just going to do the app, and I'm going to have it ready for you guys to see in the next 7 days. I'm going to see it in the next 7 days. So, oh, that's okay. Listen, remember, these people have no purpose. They have no mission. Remember, the guy used to make videos about, you know, Minecraft a year ago, just a year ago. No purpose, no mission, no valor, no respect. So, so now what I'm saying to you guys is we will fund it through crowdfunding, and then the people who come in, you will actually buy a percentage of the company. My buddy Tim has already come in. He's already come in big. So, so it's like you get to this point where you have to understand a community is based on a group of people who have the same goals or the same rules or live by the same ideology. That's what a community is, where we're in the same community, we're all together. And so when you get people who just don't offer anything, then but hatred towards people who are for members for change, then you just start to go, you know, you do this for views and likes and comments and shares and all that stuff. You do this for subscribers and stuff like that. That's not why we're here. We're here to change the system fundamentally, to get rid of the prison system where you don't get justice for anybody who's been wronged by another person by putting them in a prison. That's not how you get justice. You know, you get justice by creating a system that creates justice, and so that's kind of where we are. You know, it's like oh, there you go, there you go, there you go, there you go. So yeah, I just, you know, so that's what a community is, where we all have the same mission, the same purpose. You know, when you go to people's channels who you know, it's just, you know, I don't want to get into all the trolls. I want to stay focused on what we can do. So now let's just go over this one more time there's 500 people in here almost now. So, you know, I'm still looking for the you know, and this is an easy design, but I'm going to pay someone $25 for like 30 minutes or an hour of work. So if you guys would you please take a look at these designs? And what I'm trying to do is create a new this will go on the back of the shirt, and then we don't stop, but you can't have squiggly little lines. It has to be solid letters that look like they're blowing backwards, and then the wind behind the we looks like they're moving forward. This is what we're talking about right here. So this is what we want to get. We want to get to this right here. This is super important because this will be on our next t-shirt. You know, that's awesome, Jeremiah. I'm taking the bar in California with my legal partner, Bobby Law. Bobby Law and I are taking the California State Bar. I'm studying for it right now. I'm studying like crazy. I spend so much time watching videos to learn how to pass the California State Bar. You know, so I want to pass that California State Bar, because as soon as I pass the California State Bar, what will happen is I'll then be able to go in and take the bar in Ohio, take the bar in Kentucky, and then I'm going to do the multi-state bar as soon as I pass the California State Bar. Bobby Law is a anonymous person. He's quiet. He doesn't get involved. Thanks, Hustler. Appreciate the support. God bless you, man. And if you guys don't have that trifold, go to DeleteLawZ.com and pick up that $25 indestructible trifold. Yeah, so Pamela's still looking for that paralegal, and I'd like it to be a paralegal in Tennessee. Paralegals are great because the theory of law that we share from our team, then we follow that theory of law, and you're more likely to win your case. You're more likely to win your case if you understand the theory of law. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I don't wear makeup. Just so you guys know, I don't wear any makeup. if you're seeing a glow on my face, it's because I've been dieting and really exercising hard. If you see like where my face is animated, it's because I have a lot of color in my face from the hardcore workouts where I'm not going to get into the details of it, but sprints are part of it. And then also the dieting where I start to just eat one meal a day and I just stay in that one little. Melissa, send me an email on DeleteLawZ at gmail.com, Melissa, and we'll see how we can put you to work as being a part of the team, And so I just want to prep you guys for that. What's coming up? What's coming up is I'm going to be releasing a new technology. We're going to do a crowdfunding for it, and anybody who comes into the crowdfunding, the people who crowdfund are buying half of the company. And there is a real upside to the finances of this company, and so, there's a real upside to this company. It is really cool. It is really, really cool. I mean, what we're seeing is I'm trying to, okay, cool. So then you guys hit the number 1 button. Let me know where you're from. Hit the number 1 button just so I know how many people are in the room and where you guys are from, because when you get 400, 500 people in the room, I don't know where you guys are at, and I want to just try to address everybody, and that goes right back into, I can't help every single person. Not every case is going to be a case that I can help. I have to be able to help every person as soon as I can, with the time that I have, but I can't help every single person. I can't help every person. I wish that I could. There's a limited amount of time in my life, and so I'm doing the best that I can with the resources that we have. And I talked to Bobby Law yesterday, and I said to him, eventually what we're going to have to do is, we were talking about how we keep the wheels on the bus, how we keep funding constantly coming in. And at first I said, we should do, I don't do panels, my friend. I'm not interested in doing a panel. I do appreciate the offer. I said to Bobby Law, I said, maybe, oh, thank you, Coney Valley. I appreciate you, man. Coney Valley's a supporter, a consistent supporter. And so it's like, so I was talking to Bobby Law yesterday. I said, how do we keep the wheels on the bus? Because remember, Bobby's got a huge family. I mean, I need like $3,000 a month to just live my life and travel, but the traveling gets expensive. So I was saying that I was going to set up a funding apparatus where we tried to raise, like $20,000 a month or something like that. And Bobby and I were talking about this last night on the phone. And I said, what would be better is if we actually just launched the app. If we launch the app has its own mechanism for funding. And so that's what I thought. And also what it'll do is it'll actually put together what people consider to be a community, a people of like-minded people, persons of justice and activists, instead of just people who are lip service. The new overturned Terry versus Ohio activist app is going to have, it'll be a game changer. And the really cool part are the first initial people who come in on it are going to have ownership of it. And then they're going to be on the board so that we can continue to, I'll just send them packing. So then we can continue to make sure that we never run out of gas. And that's what it's going to take. You guys know this as well as I do. The people who are trolling us and all this stuff, right? In 10 years, do you think, are they going to erect a monument or a statue to those people? No. There's never been a critic who got a monument or a statue. Meanwhile, we will go down in history. We'll go down in history as someone who actually changed the world. Because we're going to get rid of this dungeon system. We're going to get rid of this stuff. We're going to get rid of it. Aaron Collins is out of jail. Betty Billick is Aaron Collins' mom, Great Lake auditor. And God bless you, Betty. God bless you. It was such a pleasure to meet you. It was such a pleasure to spend some time with you and get to know you a little bit. And Aaron Collins is a delightful human being. Did you guys know that Aaron Collins is injured? Do you know that they injured his wrist badly from the torture cuffs? Did everybody know that? Oh, thank you, Susan. I appreciate that. I really appreciate the compliments because I get a lot of hate. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. It's really nice to hear the kind things too. And so That's coming out. It'll be in the next 7 days. I have to finish a video. You guys haven't seen me much for the last few days because I've just been so busy working on a video for a guy that was murdered here in Ohio. And the video itself is 2 hours. So just so you know, when you do the math on a 2-hour video, let me explain to you. I have to break down the audio, and then I have to find little pieces of visuals because it's just an audio phone call. So then I have to put little little visuals in there, and then I have to listen to it again, and then I have to listen to it again. Yeah, I want the headphones on but I don't want a statue. I just want to change the system. So, and then after I put in all the little pieces, yeah, I saw it, all the little pieces on there, then I have to watch the video back again. Oh, let me take Paul out. Paul, I'll get you out of timeout. Hey, Cope Dog, can you take Paul out of? I know you timed him out for a second, but Paul's a supporter, and he probably just said something, and you took it funny, Cope Dog. So if you can take Paul out of timeout, I would appreciate that. Paul Lau is a supporter, and he's been along for the ride since I started on YouTube. December 28th is when I actually started going live on YouTube. And by the way, that was okay. That's okay. I'm sorry, Paul. Cope Dog didn't know. He didn't know you're a supporter. You probably said something or wrote something that didn't come off properly on words on a screen. You were probably joking. So it'll just be a 300-second timeout, and we're going to be here for far longer than 300 seconds. So no, that's okay. That's okay. And Paul, please forgive him. He didn't know, man. There's a lot of personalities. Hey, Salty, I don't give my schedule. I don't ever give my schedule. And so please don't ask me my schedule. And then people who announce, oh, he's over here. Oh, he's staying over here. It's like, what they're trying to do is try to get me hurt. They're trying to get me killed is what they're trying to do, because the powers that be definitely don't want this movement to happen. Look what happened to ASD Docs. And by the way, the reason why I started on YouTube was because DPN, Disorderly Product News, called me and he said to me, Chille, you can go live on YouTube. And this is December 28th, just so you guys know. And I was really burnt out because I had tried to go over to TikTok to help the black community, and a small group of them called me a racist and ran me off of TikTok because it's a communist platform. The more people who complain on your platform, that you can really quickly. It was an accident. So the more people claim your TikTok can get deleted. And so I was really at a down place, kind of like where DPN is now, dealing with the diabetes and the injuries and being hacked and those things. And so I was just at this really, 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 you're probably I was really at a dark place because I was so depressed. And DPN called me on the phone and he was like, Chille, dude, you need to go live on YouTube. You need to get back on the bike. And so I just went live on YouTube December 28th. That's when I really started YouTube. And then very quickly we've gained almost 40,000 subs. So make sure you guys subscribe. We are almost at 40,000. Did you guys know that? We should break 40,000. Let's make it a mission. You guys go and share and get some friends to subscribe to the channel. Get some friends to subscribe. Let's pop over 40,000 tonight and we'll celebrate that. We'll have a small celebration that you got more subs. It's hard for me to celebrate that, but I know that we need more people. More people. Demolish Terry versus Ohio. Demolish it. Exactly. No big deal, Cope Dog. I mean, Paul's a really cool dude, man. We've been in touch for a long time. So the last few months, so it's really, really cool. Really cool. So yeah. Yep. And then let me just address that I have offered a troll who makes videos about me, who used to make Minecraft videos, but now he's somehow an expert in the law. It took me 20 years to learn all this, but somehow now he's an expert in the law. I did offer him a debate, but this isn't the way to do it. I may not debate the guy if this is the kind of garbage you're going to get. You don't set the terms, beta boy. And just so you know, dude, you're damn lucky that you're not in my presence and that there's rule of law. Because if there wasn't rule of law, the things that would happen to you, dude, what I would do to you physically, you have no idea, brother, what I would do to you. I would absolutely just, see, it's not the throw that hurts. It's the sudden stop on the ground That's what hurts. And just so you know, in my lifetime, the reason why I was able to stop having fist fights on the street is because sooner or later, what happened was I would just throw people on the ground one time, and then after they hit the ground, I would say, do you still want to fight? I mean, as soon as they hit the concrete once, they're like, I don't know if I want to fight. Yeah. And then they get up and say, F you, you, F you, F you, F you. And I'm like, do you still want to fight? And then they're like, no, they don't want to fight anymore. So that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. Yeah, no violence for sure. But I'm just saying, what the beta boys who make videos about me, dude, I would, if there was no rule of law and I could just get that guy, I mean, the things I would, oh, dude. Because, you know, it's like people who just distract from the mission. You know. No, I'm right there, Remy. I'm in Ironton. I am in Ironton. You guys, go buy DeleteLawZ.com. Good to see you, Paul. Go buy DeleteLawZ.com. Get the ebook, get the poster, get the indestructible trifold for $25. But remember, you can get the free trifold. You can get the free trifold by going to DeleteLawZ. I give it for free. It's a $15 version, and then when you click on it to buy it, at checkout, you put the word free trifold into the coupon code and you get the download for free. And then you print it out and then you have it in your car. Print out multiple. Give some to your friends. Share them. Share them with friends and family. It doesn't hurt my feelings at all to spread the idea that you have a tool, to spread the tool where you don't have to talk to cops. You don't have to talk to cops. And that's what I'm talking about. So, you know, I hope that I can find the graphic designer who can make the We Don't Stop look like it's moving forward using that Bat FMO is the font. If you have any questions, you know, I would be more than willing to. And I'm going to pay $25 for anybody who can do this for me. And then DeleteLawZ goes underneath of it. And then Overturn Terry versus Ohio goes on the back. So if you guys, I'm looking for the right graphic designer or illustrator who can do this. I just don't have that ability. I'm sorry. I have tried. I mean, you can see that I tried. You see that? And this may have been another guy's who also tried. You know, so that's just what I want to get this accomplished because I want to get this new T-shirt out so that more people can support, you know, We Don't Stop. It's you know, it's the most important thing. It's the most important thing. I don't have any hoodies in stock right now, so if you guys want a hoodie, I think I have a couple. I think I left them in Dallas at Yunez's. I'm not going to get into details, man. I'm not going to say people's names. It's just, you know, you deal with what we're dealing with, and you guys know what we're dealing with. So have I gone over everything? So I said thank you to the new contributors. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. I've looked for the We Don't Stop graphic designer. That cannot be squiggly little lines. You can't have we with a little tiny line going off behind it because that doesn't work on a silk screen. So it has to be we as though the whole letter's being blown backwards. We don't stop. It has to be like it's all blowing back. I'm going to have more T-shirts soon. And then on DeleteLawZ, it should look like it's moving forward because the letters are being blown back, and you can put like a little squiggly line or something behind it so it looks like it's traveling forward. And that's what I'm trying to do because I want to get this out as soon as I can. This is a great way to raise funds and spread the message. So I want to get this done as quickly as I can. And then has everybody joined the DeleteLawZ tri-state cop videos? And please get to posting your cop videos. And oh, by the way, when you record cops, you don't record the ground, you record their face. When you record cops, you don't record the ground. You record their face. Please don't make a video where you're being pulled over by the cops. You point the phone at their face. At their face. That's you don't point the phone. You don't point the phone at the ground and just get the audio. You want to film their faces. And then I want to see their faces on DeleteLawZ tri-state videos. But I only check into that once in a while. I'm going to spend more of my time on Twitter. Just so you guys know, I've never been a Twitter. I've never really spent any time on Twitter. So, you know, the fact that I opened a Twitter account, it's only because Elon Musk bought it. Yeah. And then, oh, that was the last thing. I'm so sorry. So we got that. And then I went over my schedule. I cannot announce my schedule. I will not announce where I'm going, when I'm leaving, how I'm getting there. I'm not going to announce my schedule. And then I can only help so many people. I'm just going over a recap here because I'm going to get out of here in about 2 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever, how long it takes. I can't help everybody. So if you contact me and I talk to you about your problem and then later you don't get a response from me and then you go, oh, I hate Chille. It happens to me all the time. So if I take your phone call or I call you on the phone and I get your story and then nothing comes of it, then you hate me. And then you turn on me and say how horrible I am. It's just incredible. I can't help everybody. I can only help so many people. And I really want to chase down cases that can get certiorari and get to the Supreme Court. That's what we're trying to do, so that we can show that the Supreme Court doesn't really back the people. They're their own organization. Just like the Ironton City Council member, Chris Perry. Yeah, if you have a video of what happened to you, Angie Hensley, that's how I can help you. If you have a video, but you gotta have a video. It's so important. That's why I'm gonna help CH and Ty audits, because he has a video of what happened, and that happened where he just wanted to record in a courthouse, and then he was arrested for that. That's a case we definitely want to happen. We want that to happen. We want to take that and run that case all the way to the Supreme Court and file for certiorari. That's what we want to do. And then Pam left a voicemail from me. Unfortunately, it's buried in my phone that I had to turn off because apparently one of the trolls said he wouldn't give my number out. I guess he did. And so my phone was blowing up, and you don't get a right to come on my live, dude. You're nobody and you're a loser. So you don't get to come on my live. So, I mean, it's just like I gave the guy my number and then he calls with a blocked number. That's how big of a coward he is. I gave away my number and then the guy calls me on a blocked number and then has his trolls come here and say, he's calling you, he's calling you. You don't set the terms of when we talk. You're the beta. You are beta, dude. I don't make videos about you. And then I'm running for governor of Ohio. I'm not running for governor of just Ironton. So I have to travel the entire state trying to help as many people as I can where their cases have a video and I can actually help them. So yeah, hit your number 1 button so everybody knows you're here. And then in Ironton and in the towns that I go to, you have got to help me help you. You've got to show up and show out. You've got to show up and show out, And so if you don't show up to the events that I go to, then I can't really help you if you don't show up. If you don't show up, I can't really help you. I mean, you have to show up. And so there that is, And so then the new technology is coming out. If you guys want to invest in a new technology, I'm going to sell half the company to the investors. I'm going to start a brand new LLC, and I'm going to start a new app for activists, for actual activists. Hey, Sally, I don't know what you're, a salty meat hook. I don't really know what you're saying, but I just kick trolls out, so I hope that you're aware of that. I just kick them right out because I don't have to put up with it. So I'm not sure what you're saying. Yeah, once I pass the bar in California, then I'll be able to pass the bar in other states. I'll be able to take the bar in other states. So I'm studying for the California State Bar now. Yeah. I don't really have to wear makeup. Fortunately, I'm Colombian, half German Irish. So, and I come from Azerbaijani Jew, and so I have natural pigmentation that makes it so that when I work out hard and I diet good, then I look how I look. I am what I am. I also don't have teeth. So there's that. And then the last thing is the cam company. Hey, Kevin, good to see you. I'm looking for the right cam company who I can, hey, listen, Samantha, I would love to support you. I would love to support because here's the thing. The reason why I haven't decided if I'm going to run for mayor of Ironton. I don't want to be pigeonholed where I can't travel the state, where the powers that be in Ironton set my schedule so that I have to be at certain places and certain times, and you have to think about it. They will try to set it up so that I can't really travel the state to campaign for governor of 2026. And so I always have to be aware that the powers that be will try to pigeonhole me. Yeah, I need implants. So if anybody knows a good implant doctor, let me know up here in the are we in the north? Are we in the northeast? Are we in the northeast? So I'm looking for an implant doctor. I want to get my teeth fixed. I really do. I don't want to have these teeth right here. I want to get implants, but I just, I'm a commoner, man. I'm a commoner. But I think the better shape I get into, the more I look like I'm rich. The more I get my body dialed in tight, I look like I'm a billionaire. Yeah. So, and by the way, you should love yourself. You should respect yourself. You should look at yourself in the mirror and say, you're a wonderful person. And you should repeat that over and over and over to yourself. And just so you guys know, I sleep like an absolute baby. When I go to sleep at night, boosh, I sleep like a baby. I sleep because my intentions are pure. My vision of the future is pure. So yeah, and Paul, as soon as I get a camera company, anybody, there's 500, 450 people in here, find a camera company who I can brag about. Find a car company I can brag about. Find a home security camera that I can brag about. Oh, thank you, princess. Find a camera company that will sponsor me, give me a bunch of cameras, and that's great for me because I get free cameras. But no, I want to promote a camera company that's going to be affordable. And then for people who can't afford the cameras, we will crowdsource those. And then I'll be able to get some of those cameras for free, and I'll be able to give them out to people. So yeah, I'm looking for an implant doctor up in here, but I have to be really, really careful because you can't trust anybody, man. I get betrayed regularly. I mean, just so you know, I kicked Art out of the room. Art has contributed probably $200 or $300 to what we do. He went over to a troll channel and watched it and then was like, oh, that's true? It's not true. But he went over to a troll channel and was like, oh my God. And so I just literally said goodbye to someone who's been a contributor to the channel. But I get turned on all the time, man. I get turned on all the time. And then people turn on me when I take their call and I try to help them, but I can't. I can't help them. I'm not a lawyer in Ohio. I'm not a lawyer anywhere. So I can't help them. And then they get mad that I can't help them. And then they start talking trash about me, like Ironton auditor Terry, who's running around telling people garbage after he's the one who used racial slurs, not me. And I checked his ass. I said, don't ever talk like that in front of me. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. So it is what it is. Yeah, that's the thing. And just so you guys know, I will always be raising money. Always. I will always crowdfund funds. I will always turn to the crowd and say, hey, we need to raise money. Always. So I don't feel bad about crowdfunding one bit. My personal bank account the other day was at $700. Matter of fact, J and S, we went through it. I showed it to them, friends. I don't spend any time on Facebook anymore. I'm not going to spend any time on Facebook. I'm going to go by there, check in once in a while. I don't know if I'm not calling Ironton Auditor a racist. I'm saying he dropped the N-word in front of me, and I went nuts on him and said, don't ever talk that way in front of me. Don't ever speak like that in front of me. And I recorded it. I have a voicemail of me a voice memo of me saying that to him. You can hear it. So I don't want anybody's loyalty. I want your loyalty to the Constitution. I want your loyalty to the Bill of Rights. I want your loyalty to transparency, to being able to change this country. That's what I want. That's what I truly, truly want. And that's what matters most to me is changing this country. And that's all that matters. That's all that matters to me. So I don't necessarily want or expect you to be loyal to me. I want you to be loyal to the Bill of Rights and to the Constitution, to changing this prison death state system that's been created with rape cages and torture cuffs. That's what I want your loyalty to. And if you have a loyalty to that, then you will be loyal to me as a human being, because I'll tell you, man, I'm all about it. And I'll tell you, I will be standing there the day it ends. Or I'll be in the grave and it'll be you. It'll be you. It'll be you that does it. The Gen Z watching this, it'll be you, man. Pick up the ball if I have to go and take over. Do exactly as I've done and do it with your own spin, your own style. Don't back down, never retreat, never surrender, and because we don't ever stop. I'm talking ever, no matter what occurs, no matter if I die, I don't care. If I die, you pick up the ball. If something happens to me and I get in a car accident, God forbid something bad happens to me, you guys don't ever stop. I've laid out the blueprint for you. I've laid it out. It has to be transparent. I watched a video yesterday of a cop in a shootout. You couldn't see it because his camera's down here and his arms are in front of his camera. You couldn't see it. Whereas if you had a headset with a 360 camera, you'd be able to see everything. You couldn't see the shootout. Couldn't see it. I have no idea what actually happened. I was going to show the video on here, but I was like, you know what? I don't want my channel to be limited because I showed a shootout. It's funny though, the cops can release a video of the shootout, put it on their page, and YouTube doesn't censor it because it favors the cops. But if I show a cops in a shootout and someone gets shot, then my channel gets limited, demonetized. Don't show that. Age restriction. You got to click 3 buttons to get to the video. But if the XYZ police department puts out a video of the cops in a shootout, they can air it all they want. YouTube doesn't say a damn thing to them. Oh, because that's the XYZ police department. My passion's starting to burn. I got to calm down. It's just because there's so many fake ass people in this world, so many fake ass people, you know, and so it's like, thank you, John. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Yes. I never asked for loyalty to me. I've never asked that. I've asked you to remain loyal to America. Don't hate this country because the power, the men and women in power are corrupt to the core. I don't need you to be loyal to me like, oh, Chille's the... No, I'm not Jesus. You're not my disciples. You are a free American and your rights were given to you by God, recognized by John Locke, Jean-Jacques Rousseau, and Montesquieu. They recognized that God had given you your rights. All men are created equal and born free, Montesquieu. Okay, so that's the most important thing. That's what matters the most. So I didn't really plan on being on this long. Probably just in the wrong place, my friend. Probably just in the wrong place. That's all. You're in the wrong place. You're in the wrong place. That's all. Okay. Anything else I need to cover? Does anybody have any questions? I do got to get back to this 2-hour-long video. Yeah, I would love to get more paralegals, more civil rights attorneys, Pamela, a super chat. Pamela actually, I'm not trying to out Beastmaster. Pamela actually contributes through Venmo, PayPal, Cash App. I can't remember which channel you contribute through, Pamela, but I do appreciate you. And that's the best way to do it, through Zelle, PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo. The super chats people send to me, God bless you and thank you. The best way though is to use the pay apps and to use Zelle. And then as you guys know, man, I'm just gonna continue. And then I will, I am gonna help CH and Ty audits. No, the attorneys, and Jeff Hinckley got it exactly right, Jeff. I wish I could pin that comment. Jeff Hinckley just said, the attorneys are not gonna help him. He's right. People who become attorneys, they're more in love with their status. Look at my degrees and look at this and look at that, right? And look how much money I make. And so they don't want to just work for free. They're not interested in the betterment of America. They're interested in having their own money. They're interested in being rich. And that's truly what they're interested in. So what do we got? 440 people. We're at 384. You guys hit your like button. Take your finger. You have to close the live chat. Here's how it works. You close the live chat. Then you hit the like button. And then there's a little box in a box that says live chat. And then you re-hit the live chat button and it opens back up. So those of you who have not hit the like button, you literally have to close the live chat. You push the X on the live chat. And then you hit the like button, and then there'll be a box in a box right above where the like is, and you re-push the live chat button, and it pops right back up. I know a lot of people don't hit the like button because they don't know where it is, because it's underneath of the live chat. I don't know why YouTube does it that way. I'll actually, next time I do it, they did accept my help, Kevin. They did accept. CH and Ty Audits has accepted my help. I have been in touch with CH and Ty Audit's girlfriend. She's overwhelmed with people. And I told her what I do. I told her what I do as a person. I told her to stop taking phone calls. Stop it. And then just so you guys know, let me say something. So about half the things you hear people say on YouTube, it's not true. The information's not right. And so this is the reason why I don't do panels, because I'll go on a panel and I'll hear someone say something that is fundamentally incorrect. And then if I go to correct them, then it becomes an ego thing that I think I know more than they do, and I do. And but then what it becomes is a battle between me and you that DeleteLawZ didn't agree with me and he's an idiot. And I had that with an auditor, someone who I went on a panel with, and then they said something really, really stupid. And I said, no. I said, no, you film cops right to their face. You hold the camera out and you film them. And then that person got really offended and told a bunch of people what a jerk I was. And you got it, dude. I'm pretty hardcore, dude. I'm pretty hardcore. I really am. So, it is what it is. Yeah, Craig is in jail until Saturday. Hey, how you doing, Ty? Is that you? Is that that's the other half of? And how do I say it? CH and Ty audits. Can you just for the 450 people here? Can you type down in here how you would like us to say your username? Can you just type that down in there for us so that? Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, man. Oh wow, Melissa. I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh, that's Craig's girlfriend. Okay, hey Craig. Yeah, we've been in touch. And, I told her I didn't give advice. I said, here's how I do it. If I was you, I would stop taking phone calls. CH and Ty audits. That's how they say it. Okay. CH and Ty audits. That's how they say it. Okay. So I was just a little bit confused. I would be he, him. I'm a male. I identify as a straight male. That's how I identify, because I am a straight male, and that's how I identify. And I think we have to work on some of those things with the trans issues, but again, that's not what this channel is about. So make sure you guys hit me up. People who do the graphic design, please make sure you hit me up, because yeah, Michael, I know that I'm silly, brother. I know that I'm silly. I have no problem being silly. I actually, in case you guys don't know, and then this will be the last thing I say, I'll literally be on here at the 80-minute mark. We're at 76 minutes and 45 seconds. At 80 minutes, I will end this live, so it'll be in 4 minutes. You guys don't know, but I have a really big personality. I laugh a lot. I have friends. I'm actually very jovial and fun. However, please don't promote people's channels by using their name here. I'll address those people when it's time to address those people, but please don't promote their channel by saying their name on the channel, because it just promotes them, and they don't have a living without us. They don't have a channel without us. So in real life, just so you guys know, I have a very big personality. I love to laugh. I was a stand-up comic for several years in Los Angeles. I was never very funny. I was, Josh Nasser, he's funny. Josh Nasser, Jay Davis, Dane Cook, the guys that I saw do comedy when I was coming up. I had a few good nights where I was pretty funny, but there you go. There you go, brother. That to be a stand-up comic, you have to have somewhat of a jovial, likable personality. The crowd has to like you. Now, I had that. When I did stand-up, the crowd did like me. They always were rooting for me to be funny, but my jokes just weren't very funny. I wasn't very funny because those guys are really, really good. Those guys, the people who I listed, they are really, really funny. I saw Joey Diaz live. I've seen, name a stand-up comedian. Not only was I there, I've seen them. Oh, good to see you, Repo Joe. Yeah, I mean, Repo Joe met me in real life. As soon as the camera goes off and I stop being intense, I have a regular personality. Yeah, Salty, I think you're just probably on the wrong channel, brother. I don't need your advice and I don't need your help. So do me a favor, brother. Go with God. God bless you on your journey. So I don't have to put up with you, dude. So you got your 2 seconds of fame. I said your name. There you go, dude. Now you're relevant in the world. Now you're relevant. So, I had a great time doing comedy. I just didn't have the ability that Dane Cook had. And when you're the open mic, in other words, you're just getting a slot, because you're just trying to get in, and I'm doing open mic, and then you got like 6 or 7 open mic comics, and then you have like 3 or 4 headliners who are actually really good comics, and that was never me. I was never a headliner ever. You get to see that there's guys who are super, super funny that don't have to try. Dane Cook is one of those guys. And just so you guys know, no, you're not, Seuss. You're not blocked. So just so you know, when I saw Dane Cook coming up, I was there when Dane Cook started his career. I watched him start his career. So he was, and I was in an open mic one time at the Comedy Store, and Dane Cook went on. Dude, this guy was so funny. And I realized right then and there, and I think I was coming towards, I don't know if I was coming towards the end, I can't remember, but I just realized, I was like, I either got to get that good, but eventually I was like, I'm not. And I did it for 5 years, off and on, off and on, off and on. I just was not as funny as those guys. Yeah, I don't smoke weed anymore. I smoke weed once in a while. If someone's got some weed, I'll smoke some weed. But I can't travel with weed. I can't have a test that says. Anyway, listen, I've been on. That's the 80-minute mark. That's the 80-minute mark. If you guys would please go by DeleteLawZ.com, get that indestructible trifold for $25. If you can't afford it, please put free trifold in for the $15 one. If you get that emails to you, it'll probably go to your spam folder. So make sure that you get the free trifold. I do appreciate you guys, your support. Thanks for the new contributors who have supported the mission. Super thanks to all the moderators. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. I got to get back into an edit right now, and I will see you guys on the next one. But just remember one thing, and please don't ever, ever forget it. We don't stop under any circumstances. No matter what occurs, please don't stop. And if for a second you stop, just remember, I'm still going. I'm like the Energizer Bunny. I'm still going. If you sit down and take a break, there's someone still going on the mission. Okay? So we don't stop. Put it in there 1,000 times. We don't stop. We don't stop. We don't stop. Type it in there. Back the blue till it happens to you. I got to get the flock out of here, guys. I will see you guys on the next one.